5 possible travel restrictions. When Trump is president. What if your next vacation or international trip became impossible? Under President Donald Trump, travel restrictions could be tightened like never before. From the controversial Muslim ban and the crackdown on Cuban travel to the suspension of visas and impacts on DACA, millions face potential travel obstacles. Could these policies come back? And how might they affect you? Catch this deep dive into the potential reality of traveling under Trump's presidency. Number 5. DACA and travel impacts. The Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA program, launched in 2012, provides temporary protection from deportation and work authorization for dreamers, individuals brought to the U.S. as children. Recipients could apply for special travel permission called advance parole, enabling travel abroad for specific purposes. However, in 2017, the Trump administration attempted to end DACA, halting new applications and blocking travel permits. It left dreamers unable to travel internationally, disrupting personal, educational, and professional opportunities. Although the U.S. Supreme Court stopped DACA from being immediately ended in a 2020 decision, these travel bans were not lifted. In July 2022, the Biden administration restored advance parole, permitting limited travel in certain circumstances. Nevertheless, the process of applying remains so difficult that the future of this program remains highly uncertain, with ongoing legal battles, leaving many dreamers in limbo. Number 4. Visa program limitations. The Trump administration responded to COVID-19's economic impact by restricting some of the most important visa programs to protect American jobs. A presidential proclamation of June 22, 2020, banned entry for H-1B, H-2B, and certain J and L visa holders, effective June 24, 2020, through to December 31, 2020, extended up to March 31, 2021. The H-1B visa, essential for U.S. companies hiring international experts in fields like technology, faced restrictions on new applications, which upset industries that rely on global talent. H-2B visas, or seasonal work permits, were also limited, affecting the hospitality and landscaping sectors. J visa suspensions disrupted cultural and educational exchanges by stopping programs for interns, trainees, teachers, au pairs, and summer workers. L visa suspensions, which restricted employee transfers within multinational companies, had a major impact on global business operations. It was a significant problem for industries and individuals relying on international mobility and expertise. Number 3. Border controls and immigration. The Donald Trump administration brought major changes to U.S. immigration policies, focusing on extreme vetting and greatly reducing refugee admissions. Extreme vetting increased the screening of applicants whose visas were to be issued, taking into account their social media usage, travel history, and personal contacts to identify potential security risks. Critics say it unfairly targeted people from Muslim-majority countries, resulting in longer processing times and more visa denials. Simultaneously, the administration reduced the refugee admissions cap from 110,000 in 2016 to an all-time low of 15,000 by 2021. This greatly limited the ability of refugees to seek asylum in the U.S. due to persecution and conflict. While the administration justified this on grounds of national security and the need to prioritize American citizens, opponents argued that these steps undermined the nation's long-standing commitment to helping refugees. Number 2. Cuban travel policy. During President Donald Trump's administration, travel to Cuba faced significant restrictions, reversing earlier steps to improve relations. In June 2019, the Trump administration barred U.S. cruise ships from making stops in Cuba and eliminated the people-to-people educational travel category, through which millions of Americans had legally visited the island. Commercial air service was limited to Jose Marti International Airport in Havana, stopping U.S. airlines from flying to other Cuban destinations. These steps dramatically reduced lawful travel by Americans, leaving visits largely restricted to family trips or the few educational exchanges still allowed. According to the government, These measures aim to pressure the Cuban regime to improve its human rights record and stop supporting Venezuela's government. Critics argue that the restrictions harmed cultural exchange, delayed economic progress, and hurt Cuba's private sector, which had grown with increased American tourism. These policy changes signaled a clear shift from the prior administration's efforts to ease travel restrictions and strengthen ties between the two nations. Number 1. Travel bans. Muslim ban. Under a series of executive actions during the administration of President Donald Trump, the entry into the United States of citizens from several countries, mainly Muslim-majority nations, was banned. On January 27, 2017, President Trump signed Executive Order 1376-9, titled Protecting the Nation from Foreign Terrorist Entry into the United States, suspending entry for citizens of Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen for 90 days, and it paused the U.S. refugee admissions program for 120 days. Facing legal challenges, a revised executive order in March 2017 removed Iraq from the list and clarified exemptions for lawful permanent residents and visa holders already present in the United States. In September 2017, President's Proclamation 9645 expanded the ban to include Chad, North Korea, and certain Venezuelan government officials and removed Sudan from the list. These measures significantly impacted tourism, immigration, and refugee travel from the affected countries and caused intense debate over their legality. Critics called these policies a Muslim ban. What do you guys think about these new travel restrictions? Do you agree or disagree with these policies? Give us your thoughts in the comments below. In case you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insights. See you next time.